Hello, Rockin' ladies. It's good to see you again. Today is our crown day. So we've got our crowns. We ordered them. They came in just in time and we're loving them. They're nice and heavy and sturdy and just wonderful. Vanessa, yours sits different than on mine. It looks better.
I know.
But
What? It
anyway,
doesn't look
they're
better.
really cool. They're really nice. So if anything, we'll share the link in here so you guys can get your own beautiful crown. And you can choose different colors. We chose the rose gold one, I believe.
Yes, it's like so elegant.
Probably if I didn't have my screen blurring in the background, you probably see my crown better. Like, yeah, you
Yeah,
want to dip
see.
down into it. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I gotta shut my door.
And then for those of you who are watching live, I would love for you guys to comment and tell us hi. On my side of the screen, I don't get to see who is joining live because it's connected to Dr. Raquel's Facebook and at my own. So I love when you guys say hi to us so that I can know who is joining us on this beautiful Thursday.
Yes. All right. I can't believe today's the last day. We've been having so much fun. You ladies been having a lot of fun. If you're watching this on the replay, you can just say replay and you can comment that you've been having fun and stuff like that. And I'm pulling out the wands, remembering about getting your magic wands. We're going to bless everybody today. We're creating magic to go over everybody who's listening to this, that they get the life that they want and to get the hormones balanced and that they get to learn some amazing new things and to get more clarity on their life. So we got the magic wands going over everybody and helping you guys all heal and become more centered and clear and energetic and confident and living your dreams.
Yes.
All right. So are you guys ready to dive into today? I hope so. Let's see. All right. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Beautiful. All right. So welcome to Rockyn Health Hormone Reset. We're on day 4 and we're going to transform your energy, mind, confidence, and dreams. So today we're going to talk about movement, pleasure, and sleep. And we're going to discuss 3 important hormones: estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. So when you get a chance, if you've taken the quizzes, put in the comment what your quiz scores were. And even comment maybe if you understand if you remember which one was what. So we have a test for low estrogen and one for excess estrogen. We have one for progesterone and one for testosterone. Now, even if you're female, you're thinking, well, why do I have to fill out the one for testosterone? The thing is, testosterone is still very important for females because testosterone, remember, we'll talk about it here in the future, but it can get converted into estrogen. And besides that, testosterone helps you build muscle. So we're going to talk a lot about that kind of stuff. So you still want to have plenty of testosterone, but the right amount. And there are some women who have an excess of testosterone, and there are men who have what we call low T. So let's get into some of what we're going to learn about in here. So disclaimer, the opinions expressed in this program are for educational and informational purposes only and are not intended as a diagnosis, treatment, or a substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult your physician or other healthcare professional for your specific healthcare and/or medical or concerns. All right, reset. We're doing 8 hormones in 4 days. So we've already covered 5. We've covered thyroid, leptin, ghrelin, insulin, cortisol. So today we have progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone. So what we have covered and where we are going. So day 1, we went over mindset. Remember our I ams, what we're going to say no to. Okay, being powerful, saying yes to ourselves, saying yes, taking action, being decisive. We went over hormone overview and we did cortisol. Day 2, we did eating for hormone balance. We went over thyroid and insulin. Day 3, we did digestion and detoxification and leptin and ghrelin. And remember, if our digestion and detoxification aren't working, we're just recycling all these hormones and all the bad toxins and all the bad stuff back into our body, making us sick. So we definitely need to make sure everything is working. what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk over sleep, movement, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. So health success tools, we have 4 tools. We have structure, vision, resources, and action. So structure, that's kind of like the programs and what we are learning here in our program here. We're giving you the structure on how to start your healing process. You need a vision. You need to know your I am. Remember, you created your I am stories. You need to know where you're going. What are your goals? What's your vision for your life? And then we have resources. We're giving you lots of different resources in here. We're giving you lots of different information. And you're also learning to resource up. So that's something that's really important to know, that you want to resource up. So there's only so much you can do by yourself, or only so much you know. So what you have to learn is that you have to resource up. That means you might have to go get a book, or you might have to go talk to somebody, or hire a coach, or hire a therapist, or hire a fitness coach, or join a gym. But you're going to resource up. You're going to do something that's going to help get you to that next level. You're going to take that bridge from where you want to be to where you are to where you want to be. And you're going to close it with those resources, bringing them together so you can become who you want to be. And when you do that, and when you take action on your resources, like you read it, you apply the principles, you do the workouts, you do the action steps. So when you put that all together, that's going to create the new you. You're going to step over that line in the sand that we've been talking about, and you're going to be creating that new you, who you want to be, the energetic, confident, sexy, beautiful, graceful woman that you are. So you're a success. So again, in the group, we're having winners every day. So the more you show up, you do the work, and you take action, that makes you a success. And then what you do is you keep repeating that. We're going to show up. That you showing up live to these events is gigantic. You making that time, and we appreciate and we respect your time. And even for those of you who are on the replay, again, that's your time that you're putting into learning and resourcing up for who you are. And we totally value your time and totally respect you. And thank you so much. Again, hashtag replay. Let us know any of your thoughts. Tell us your vision, what your goals are in your life, what you want to accomplish in life. And we want to support you in that. And whether if not, if it's even with health, but maybe it's a career goal or a life goal or a trip that you want to do or something you want to do. We love to hear those. All right, so I am story review. So let's talk about the components of an I am story. I know some of you have been writing some amazing stories, and I know some of you are probably a little stuck, like don't really know what you're supposed to write, or not clear. Again, that's why we have those meet and greets. They're 15 minutes or so that we can go over your I ams, but then it's also to help you get clear and make sure that your sentences when you're doing your I am story are in that positive mind frame. So 1, it will or can start with your I am statement. It is only 4 to 5 sentences long, max. It is not an entire episode, okay? It's just a short glimpse into how you're going to be. And it is how you see your life to be, where you are going. This will set your vision. Use lots of I am. So here's an example. I am vibrant, confident, and sexy. I wake up refreshed and energized. I get to inspire women to take charge of their life and health every day. I am a loving and caring mother and love spending quality time with my family. I am excited and passionate about running and fitness. I am agile and my body moves freely with ease with every step I take in becoming my healthy, radiant, and joyful self. So do you see how you're putting that in there? And when you read that, and you're going to want to read these morning and night, these are who you are becoming. This is who you are. This is who you see yourself to be. So make sure you sign up. I do have a link in an email that just came out to you that has that meet and greet in there. We also have that meet and greet in the Facebook group. But just in case if you're looking for extra place, do that. You also have in an email the link for your discovery call to sign up for an application. So fill out your application, and then we'll get back to you with a discovery call link. And in the email, we have also the quizzes, but we do have the quizzes already in the Facebook group. I was on target today. We got them out early this morning, meaning I did it last night and scheduled it. Be proud of me. I did something ahead of time. Actually, I do a lot of things ahead of time. Vanessa, do you have something to say?
I was going to say I'm proud of you too. I was validating you.
Awesome, because I could see you unmuted yourself, and all of a sudden your picture came on, and you're like, I got something to say.
No, I'm good now.
Okay. Do we have anybody in the Facebook group yet?
Not yet.
It's still quiet in there.
Yes, just a little bit. That's
Well, no
okay.
worries. People might be catching. I know there's a lot of people watching the replays, and some of you have even asked like how long the replays are going to be up. So I am planning that they will probably be up through Thanksgiving, or through that Thanksgiving weekend and stuff. So you'll be able to catch those replays. They'll be in the guides in the Facebook group, and then I will be sending. I have the I forgot to send the replay in an email for day 3, so I will be sending day 3 and day 4's email with both videos in there. So you'll have them in an email that you can always look at too. All right, so let's talk about the root causes for hormone imbalance, metabolic chaos. Our wonderful friend, metabolic chaos. We all want our metabolic system to be happy and healthy because that's when we feel amazing. So, causes for your hormone imbalance to be off. The top 10: poor diet, nutritional deficiencies, poor sleep or not enough restorative sleep, toxins, exercise, which can be the wrong kind or the wrong amount of exercise, chronic infections, poor digestion, leptin resistance, stress, emotional, mental, or physical, and liver congestion. The foundation for Rockyn Health, what we believe are the core values and the core things that we work on to help you balance and gain back control of your life with hormones and autoimmune, to give you the energy, confidence, and the ability to live your dreams. We focus on these 6 things, okay? We focus on mindset, daily habits, movement and rest, digestion and detoxification, knowing your hidden stressors, and stress management in relationships. So today's hormones, we're going to talk about estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And these hormones are very, very strongly linked to you feeling like a woman. So these are going to be wonderful, huge hormones for you to pay attention to. So your hormones exist in a delicate balance, playing alongside one another like instruments in an orchestra. Today's hormone, estrogen. This hormone that defines you as a woman. This is the hormone that's going to give you those curves where they need to be. Vanessa and I were just talking about this, about her lovely hourglass figure that most people desire to have. And that is one of the healthiest positions to have. But, you know, we all have different, like she said, she's Mexican, right? You said that? Yeah. And Mexicans have more of a predominant to have the big hips and stuff like that, which helps give them that estrogen. What'd you say?
I'm Hispanic.
Hispanic, sorry.
It's okay. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, for those of you who know, they're probably thinking Mexican. That's new. No, yeah, half Hispanic.
Okay. So, and there's different, like, I mean, you can look at like different nationalities and you're going to see different body shapes. I mean, you got people who are long, tall, and skinny. And then we got the short, chubby little people. And then we have all different kinds. But here's the thing, irregardless what kind God gave you for your body, you still have the ability to make sure that it's healthy and that you have your hormones balanced so that you can be happy and healthy. Okay, it's not an excuse that, oh, well, I am this nationality, so therefore I'm going to just have this body shape and I just have to deal with my issues. That's just an excuse. So remember, you have the ability to make sure that your hormones are balanced, and you have the right to do that. And that is a responsibility you need to do for yourself, because it's not just for yourself to have that, it's also for your family. Because when you are happy, healthy, and vibrant, that radiates out, and that's going to spread to all your family and your kids and your grandkids. And that's just, it's going to be you being a testimony of how amazing life can be. Okay. And we want you to be out there like shining. So when your hormones are balanced, we get more estrogen means more testosterone, which can boost your sex drive. Who here needs a little bit more of a sex drive? Regular periods with balanced progesterone. Joints, bones, and vagina are happy. I hear all the time people, especially women, as they get older, that their joints and their bones just hurt. And it's random aches and pains all over the place. That's estrogen. That's when your estrogen starts depleting, it all of a sudden takes away from you. So what we want to do is figure out where your estrogens are at and start lifting that up. Just because you're in menopause or post-menopause and they say you have to have low estrogen, there is a balance of finding out how low. I mean, too low is not good. You do need to have some estrogen for your body to live. So raising it up to the right amount for being in post-menopause or menopause or perimenopause are strongly important for your body. For orgasms, to be less stressed and overwhelmed, you know, we need to have, I mean, obviously we know when hormones are really out of place, we got PMS and we're crazy and we're crying and we're all over the crazy place, right? So we want to have more balanced moods, and it gives you improved brain function and gives you happier skin, even fewer wrinkles. So we want to have happy, balanced estrogen. And you can have both high and low in one day. Estrogen dominance. This phrase does not mean your estrogen is too high. It does not mean that your progesterone to it does mean that your progesterone to estrogen ratio is not where it needs to be. So when we are looking at you and we run your test, we're going to look to see how your progesterone to estrogen ratios are. They need to be in the right ratio. If they are not, if estrogen is higher than progesterone, then that would be estrogen dominance. Then it means you have too much estrogen in your body, and we want to lower that. Now, a lot of times estrogen dominance can happen as a result of, remember, if our detox and digestive system and our liver are not functioning, and our skin is and our body isn't able to get rid of the toxins or the excess estrogen or the used up estrogen, then all of a sudden your body starts recycling it, and all of a sudden you have more estrogen than you need compared to progesterone. And progesterone is one that helps clear out that estrogen. So they learn to balance each other. They work in harmony with each other. Okay, remember our orchestra. And so estrogen sometimes gets a bad rep because of this, and it isn't always estrogen's fault. And the other thing is that your progesterone could be too low. All right. So we'll be talking about symptoms and signs and different things like that, so you'll understand what we're talking about here in the future. So imbalanced estrogen is a common side effect of gluten intolerance. So we're going to go back to that. And even if you don't test positive to having a gluten sensitivity, or wheat doesn't show up on your food sensitivity test or any of the other gluten type foods, that does not necessarily mean that your body can handle gluten. Okay. Gluten still may not show up in those kind of things, but what you can find out is when you start taking gluten out of your diet and you start feeling better. And if you put gluten back in your diet, what you might notice is you don't feel so well. All right. You might notice brain fog. You might get aches in joints, or your tummy might get upset, or your bowels shift and change. So it doesn't have to, like, there's many foods that I have that I know I just don't work for my body, but my body doesn't necessarily test positive that there's a sensitivity to it. But I know that my body just doesn't respond well to those. So I just don't eat them very frequently because it just doesn't make me feel good. So this is why we have to take gluten out of our diets. Just one of the reasons we have done this. So let's go over our hormone pathway. We have our adrenal gland ovaries that lead down into cholesterol that lead to pregnenolone, which then our pregnenolone, remember we talked about cholesterol is really, really important, right? We got to have cholesterol. We don't want to have too low of cholesterol. And this leads us to our pregnenolone, which is the main hormone that's not hormone. Well, yes, but the main thing that controls and gives you progesterone and aldosterone and cortisol and DHEA into the male hormones and estrogen and progesterone. So this is the way things have to go. So we need to have cholesterol so we can have enough pregnenolone, which then produces your progesterone, estrogen, testosterone. To balance estrogen, you must first balance cortisol and insulin. So we talked about that those are the masters. So cortisol and insulin are our master hormones. So you have to realize we want to find out the hidden causes behind everything. We want to figure out those healing opportunities. And so we want to pay attention to how can we help your cortisol and insulin start balancing so it can help your estrogen also. Fun hormone facts. Progesterone is in the mineralocorticoid family. It affects salt, water, and mineral balance in the body. Cortisol is in the glucocorticoid family. It raises glucose and other tasks. So you can kind of see how one might create more swelling if it's out of balance, and how another one might really affect that sugar levels for you. Symptoms of high estrogen. Okay, bloating, puffiness, water retention. Okay, if you're watching the replay or if you're on here live, go ahead and start putting your hands up if you feel like you have symptoms of these. Fibroids. Fibroids are the clumps of material in your uterus, and when you have your cycle, it's those clumps that come out. And they don't always come out, but a lot of them do. They shed. We have endometriosis or painful cycles, periods, mini breakdowns. That means, PMS. Migraines or other headaches, insomnia, brain fog, reduced sex drive. You cry easily. Rapid weight gain around the hips, midsection, or thighs. How many ladies have issues here with their hips, midsection, or thighs? If you do and you're watching the replay, regardless, just put your hands up or say, yes, I got weight gain around the hips, midsection, brain fog. Kind of talk to us a little bit about what you got going on. We'll be checking everything because every time you comment and post, you get entered in to win our daily prize. All right, symptoms of low estrogen, poor memory, walk into a room and forget what you were doing. Hello, I have been doing that, I think, since I was a teenager. A lot of people try to claim that that's when you get older, but I remember being upstairs and I'd walk downstairs and I'm like, what did I come down here to get? Then you have to kind of go back up to where you were and be like, oh yeah, that's what it is. And I had to say it over to myself over and over again as I went down the stairs so I didn't forget again. I don't know if you guys ever did that. Emotional fragility, depression, wrinkles, reduced stamina, night sweats, hot flashes, leaky or overactive bladder, sagging breasts, lessened self-image and attention to appearance, loss of interest in sex, bone loss, low libido, painful sex. And you guys, men can have this stuff too. So if you're thinking, hey, my man has some of this issues, like whether if it's high estrogen or low estrogen, you got to realize men have the same hormones that we do. And if their hormones are off balance, they're going to have issues too. Okay. So we want to think about them too. Or, don't. What your score means for estrogen. Are you laughing at me, Vanessa?
I'm fully laughing at you. No, ladies, we want you to think about your husband. She was just kidding.
Or your significant other or your
Or
boyfriend
your significant
or,
other. Yes.
The men in your life, maybe your dad, maybe, well, I don't know if you know what this looks like, but I'm sure you can tell if they got big gut bellies. Big gut bellies is a sign that we got a little too much estrogen because that's where it's being carried. So their estrogen, progesterone, testosterone are not in balance. Sometimes men will look more like they'll have more of that female looking body when they have too much estrogen. I'm sure you've seen some boys walking around that look more like a female than a male. All right. And then you've seen women who look more like they're a man. They even have hair growing. That's just too much testosterone. We got to get this stuff balanced, right? All right. So excess estrogen when you did the quiz. So if you have 5 symptoms or more, you are likely to have high estrogen. Your estrogen progesterone ratio is off. If you have 3+ symptoms, probably too high in estrogen, check your products because you can find out that like your skincare products may have things in there that disrupt your estrogen and it can cause you to have issues. So sometimes it's just cleaning up the products in your body and what you use. You may be exposed to the xenoestrogens, endocrine disruptors, which are super potent estrogen mimickers. So here's some things. We have makeup, plastics, non-organic foods, sunscreen, building supplies, insecticides, household cleaning products, anything with the word fragrance in it, nail polish removers, and most nail polishes. So there are companies out there that make clean products. So pay attention to that. Low estrogen, 5 or more symptoms, likely low in estrogen. 3+ symptoms, probably low in estrogen. Do not worry if your levels are low. This is common with symptoms of elevated androgens or insulin and postmenopause. Again, we talked about that we want to be in that right level. So when we run tests, we check and see where you're at so we know if we need to raise it up a point or two to help you feel better. And what feels good to you might be a little bit different than somebody else, but we have that, we have those ratios that we can play with the good ratios where you want to be, not just, oh, well, you're in menopause, you're just going to have bad estrogen, you're just going to feel like shit. That's not true. Okay.
Nope.
Once you start shifting your metabolism and hormones, estrogen will come into balance. You might be thinking, well, how the hell do I shift this stuff? Again, that's when you start working with us. You've got a lot that you've already learned in these programs. Start applying the principles we're going over. Okay. That could be your first step. And then you start working with us and you deep dive even further. And it's all about how you feel. So let's see if we can get you feeling so much better. What's your big why? So what is your big why? What is going to be strong enough to help you get through your distractions? This could be part of your I am story or it is your story. So what is your big why? Is it that you want to be around and be agile and move and enjoy your grandkids? Or is it that you want to feel really good, have great brain concentration and focus and feel good so that you can move up in your career? Maybe it's you want to feel good so that you can have a family, you want to be balanced so that when you're having your family, your kids are going to be healthy and whole when you have them too. So there could be multiple different reasons as to what your big why is, but your why has to so there's gonna be times when you get distracted or you're going to have um not enough discipline to do something or something else is going to happen in your life, right? And you need to know where and why you're doing what you're doing. So when that distraction comes up, you can be like, nope, I'm coming back to my why. I need to make a decision that is correct for me and where I'm at now and where I am going. So that is going to be huge because that's a part of you creating those right habits that are going to support you in your life. So Vanessa, we'll have this be in, we'll make a post so you guys can share your whys. And that'll be getting you some points into day 4's drawing. And then we'll go live on tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow morning and announce the winner. So Vanessa will create that and give that to me, and then I'll go live with it. So today's hormone is progesterone. I am feeling wonderful hormone. Mamma mia, think of that song. So this is the hormone that makes you feel like a woman. Okay. What progesterone does for you: balance moods, regulates your blood pressure, improves your sleep. This is a huge one. So when you start to go into perimenopause and menopause and your sleep gets crappy and you can't sleep or you have insomnia, we want to pay attention to what's going on in that progesterone, okay? Fertility and sustaining pregnancy. If your progesterone levels are not at the right levels or they don't stay where they are, it makes it very difficult to keep your pregnancy. That's why people lose their pregnancy so early, because their progesterone didn't stay at the right level. Neurosteroid protects the brain from damage and promotes repair after injury. Yes, we want our brain fixed. Can influence hair follicle growth. So if you want some luscious, beautiful hair, we want to pay attention to progesterone. Symptoms of low progesterone. You can have agitation, anxiety, or PMS, low libido, irregular cycles, painful or swollen breasts, bloating, particularly in the ankles and belly, and or fluid retention. You gain 3 to 5 pounds prior to your cycle starting. Ovarian cysts, breast cysts, endometriosis cysts, easily disturbed sleep, infertility, miscarriage in the first trimester. So today's hormone, again, progesterone. What your score means? So low progesterone or progesterone resistance, meaning progesterone is not landing on your receptor sites. If you have 5 or more symptoms, you need to address the root cause of your hormone imbalances, especially stress and the things that cause it. 3+ symptoms are most likely low in progesterone. Today's hormone we're going to talk about now, we're moving on to testosterone. So testosterone helps with healthy bones, cognitive health, your brain, your sex drives, gives you your animal drive, and it promotes energy, drive, and motivation. So we already talked about we want more energy, right, ladies? And drive and motivation and build strong bones and strong muscles. So symptoms of excess testosterone is excess facial hair, acne, greasy skin or hair, skin tags, insulin resistance, depression, anxiety, PCOS, mid-cycle pain, ovarian cysts, unstable blood sugar, thinning hair on your head. What your score means: if you have 3 or plus, you have excess androgens, meaning testosterone. Androgens is kind of like the big guy, and he gets divided out, okay? 1 to 2 likely high in androgens. Excess insulin, your sugars, drives androgens up, excess androgens, and can cause more potent androgen metabolism, causing hair loss, hirsutism, and acne. Addressing insulin resistance is the best place to begin with elevated androgens based on your symptoms here. So again, you might want to pay attention to how your insulin tests turned out. And also just, again, everything that we've been working on, applying the principles we've talked here will be definitely helpful. And it's okay to feel uncomfortable. Trying new things can feel scary, but look how far you have come in the last few days. Get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. get outside your easy box. Okay. If comfortable, then nothing changes. So when you choose to do something that you're not comfortable with or something new, it feels uncomfortable the first time you do it. Second time after that, it gets a little easier, and then it gets easier, and then all of a sudden you're comfortable doing it. And then you got to stretch your comfort box again and start getting out there and doing different things so that your body can always be ever evolving and that you can always be evolving. I was actually just talking with a patient today, and it was a male, but he's just retired and he doesn't have a significant other. So he's never really had to cook for himself because when he worked, he just ate out all the time wherever he was at. But now that he's homeborn, he's never really, he doesn't even have any recipes or cookbooks or anything like that. So, I mean, he feels very lost and very uncomfortable in this. So we printed him off one recipe just for him to start, just so that he can get that practice, get uncomfortable by trying to make something. And once he makes it, he's going to discover that it wasn't so bad. And then when he makes it again, he's going to realize, hey, this got easier. And then the third time, it's just like the first time, think about when you made spaghetti for the first time. You know, probably when you were a kid, it probably felt really weird. You didn't even know, oh, like, when do you do this? When do you take it out? You know, how do you know it's done? How do you know you're supposed to do this? Did I burn it? You know, different things like that. And then the more you make it, you don't need the recipe anymore. You can just do it by nature and you already know it. So everything happens. Everything you ever do in your life is uncomfortable the first time. Think about the first step you ever took. I mean, maybe you watch your kids or your grandkids or other people's kids. And the first time they go to take that step, it's difficult. It is not comfortable. They had to use a lot of muscles to get that to work. But all of a sudden they took that first step and they're like, oh my God, I just took a step. And you see their faces light up like, oh my God, I just did something. So this is you. You get to take that first step in the rest of your life. So in order to be healthy, I must put into place self-care practices for a lifetime that helps to balance my hormones. This is a good saying, a good I am for you. In order to be healthy, you must put into place self-care practices for a lifetime that helps to balance your hormones. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some self-care. So sleep your way to hormonal balance. Sleep is like sex. Everyone's talking about it, but no one's getting enough.
It's one of my favorite slides.
Right? All right, ladies, let's learn to sleep. All right, what is restorative sleep? So there's people who just sleep, but they never actually get restorative sleep. So restorative sleep is when you fall asleep within 15 minutes of your head hitting the pillow. You will feel refreshed upon waking. You get 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep. You wake up without an alarm. You're in bed and asleep by 10:30. This may feel shocking, but those are your body's rules. Okay, so your body wants this. Your body wants to be on a rhythm. It likes rhythms. It likes schedules. Even for my people who are like, I want to just fly off the seat of my pants and do whatever. You can do that. Just keep your body on a set rhythm because you got a circadian rhythm that your body really likes. And you can still do things off the fly, but just remember that your body does like specific things. It knows when things are supposed to happen, which keeps you balanced, knowing when you need to eat, at what time you're going to do everything. If you do that at set times, your body knows when it's time to eat or when it's time to sleep or when it's time to go for a run. Okay. This may feel shocking, but those are your body's rules. Okay. The sooner you can get okay with these rules, the sooner your body can heal. These are things you can control, like going to bed by a certain time. You cannot control how long it takes you to fall asleep, but you can control what time you go to bed. Sleep, benefits of restorative sleep. More insulin sensitivity. That means your insulin gets better. Your body starts to stabilize its sugar levels because now it is more sensitive. It's not insensitive. We have balanced stress hormones. We're normal hunger levels. You get happy brain chemistry and you get a feeling of wellness. There have been so many studies what they have done with people that when they start actually getting this kind of sleep, how their sports performance completely gets better. I mean, a lot of times athletes they focus so much on making sure that they get restorative sleep so that they can perform at their best. Same with like high people who have high demanding jobs, CEOs, CFOs, business owners, managers, all of them. If you don't have the right sleep, you don't feel good, and they will pay big money to figure out how to get themselves to have this sleep so they can be on top of their game. Okay. So focus on your sleep. I always protect my sleep. Sleep is very important to me. And Vanessa has seen me come in when I didn't protect my sleep, or something happened, or the dogs had me up, or, the kids or whatever. And even for her, when we don't get the right amount of sleep, we just don't function right. Things are off. And then when you don't sleep right, you reach for your coffee or your little quick fixes to give you the energy, which then just throws your heart and your body all into all these other loops, and your hormones into loops. And then you wonder why you feel like even more like crap. And then you can't sleep again the next night. So really, really protect your sleep. Hormonal impact of poor sleep. It increases weight. It increases inflammation. It increases your hunger hormone, ghrelin. It decreases leptin, your satiety hormone. It increases TSH, which decreases your metabolism. This is thyroid. Decreases melatonin, which is the ability to fall asleep. It also helps with your gut and different things. Increases insulin. It increases cortisol, and it increases interleukin-6, which is an inflammatory marker that increases with the slightest sleep reduction, and you don't want that inflammatory marker increasing. So this is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. So one way you want to get your body under control, get some sleep. What you feel when you lack sleep, you're grumpier. Your cravings are through the roof. It's harder to button your pants. You're more irritable, and you feel like you're going through molasses. Everything is slow and sluggish, and you just can't focus and think and move. So dis-ease impact of poor sleep. You can become obese, you get heart disease, high blood pressure, infertility, diabetes, inflammation disorders of all kinds happen when your sleep is off. So who here feels like they get restorative sleep? Or who here has really crappy sleep, or just doesn't feel like sleep is definitely something that they need to pay attention to? When you're in here, go ahead, put your hands up, let us know what you're thinking or feeling. You can do this on the replay or in here now, and let us know how your sleep is. How much sleep do you get? Do you get 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours? What time do you go to bed at? Tell us in the comments below. So benefits of restorative sleep: you get healing on all levels. Your brain cleanses, your mental clarity, you have improved memory, you reduce inflammation, it builds muscle, you get happier moods, improves microbiome, the gut health, and weight loss. So adenosine and sleep. One of the governing forces that regulate sleep is adenosine. It builds up during the day, creating sleepiness. Coffee, black tea high in caffeine, or caffeine drinks wipe out adenosine. So if you can't build up the adenosine that helps your body sleep, then you're not going to be able to get that regular restful sleep, or be able to go to sleep when you're supposed to go to sleep. So what you will find is when you let go of caffeine, you will start to notice your sleep gets so much better and you feel much better. Sleep fact: it actually takes energy to sleep at night. So low energy equals poor sleep. And there are lots of processes that happen in sleep that you need energy for. This is where your brain is going to start compartmentalizing everything that just happened in your day. And it's going to start to reset. That's going to reset your entire body. And it's going to allow all your body and organs to start to reset and reshift and energize themselves. So it needs the energy to do that. So sleep bedroom tips: make sure your room is completely dark. No electronics. It should feel like a sanctuary. You should feel safe. And 2 things your bedroom is for: sleep and intimacy. Women need more sleep than men. All right, sleep. Avoid these toxic stimulating evening habits. So I know some of you said that your nose were going to be, not being on electronics before bed. So this is going to fill right in with there, and I bet your sleep that. I think it was McCall that said that. I bet her sleep is getting much better just by cutting that out and now having more time and just being away from some of this stuff. So watching the news or stressful TV at night, like violence or intense drama, or even like say you're reading a book and it's an intense drama, sometimes that can even disrupt your sleep because you're like, ah. Bright lights, moderate or intense exercise, intense conversations, yelling or anger, technology, starting a new project. You guys got any other ideas or what else that you guys would know that disrupts your sleep? Go ahead and comment in the link in the comments. A healthy evening routine helps you get ready for sleep. So dim your overhead lights, use area lights or candles. So start like maybe like 30 minutes before you're going to go to bed and just start dimming your lights, kind of sit and relax, wear your blue light blocking glasses for your computer or TV, do mindful stretching or take a sweet dreams bath, read a fun book with a book light, write down some gratitudes, do a brain dump on a paper to free up your brain space for sleep so that you're not up worrying about things. Stop working at least 2 or 3 hours before bedtime. Stay hydrated and leave enough time for self-care, washing your face, brushing your teeth, tidying up a bit, feeling whole and complete. So benefits of movement, we're going to talk about hormonal impact of movements for hormonal balance. So when you move, it improves your insulin sensitivity. It gives an energy boost by as much as 20% with low intensity exercise. It improves your sleep. It improves moods, which gives you an overall sense of happiness. It improves memory. It increases self-confidence. It encourages better body awareness. It boosts immunity and improves muscle strength and bone mass. The best movement for hormonal balance is you can only use the energy you have. As you build energy, you can add different types of exercises. Just walking for 15 minutes after each meal increases your insulin sensitivity by 50%. So if you have to pick some things to do, again, you're going to take a little bit from each of these days and pick things to do. Maybe one thing you can just do is after every time you eat, you just go for a 10-15-minute walk. Yoga, gentle yoga reduces stress and anxiety with focused breathing. Gentle Pilates can reduce stress. Walking improves insulin sensitivity and a boost in serotonin levels. Tai Chi reduces stress and anxiety with meditation and focused breathing. Qigong reduces stress, anxiety with meditation and focused breathing. Bike riding, hiking, surfing, tennis, stretching, swimming, pickleball, and what can you do to make it fun and possibly laugh and get some movement in your bodies? Tell us below what you guys actually like to do or what you're going to try to do. If you haven't been doing anything, what out of all of these that we've kind of just mentioned here, all these different things that you can do to get your body in movement, what are you guys going to do? I know I like to go for walks. I like yoga. I like stretching. I like running. I like the runner's high. Vanessa, and I also like weightlifting. And I know Vanessa is our big time runner. And I know lots of us that are actually already in the group that we're working on, several of our founders. I think there's 2 of them and 4. So me and Vanessa, and I think 2 or 3 of our ladies in the founders group are all planning on doing a marathon in October of 2019. Oh my God, October 19th of 2024. We're going back in time.
I'm so excited about that.
Right? I'm excited. It's just good. It's gonna be cool because we get to actually cross into Canada. It's the Michigan Marathon. So any of you ladies who are interested, know that you can join us. Okay, we are accepting women to be a part of our little tribe to go do the marathon running in next October. So Vanessa has a complete training routine that we're all working on practicing following. So she's creating that. So if you're looking for some extra training, talk with Vanessa. She has her initial consults. Again, you can apply to talk with her, or if you're already in our group, and I know we already have women signing up to be in our group, so I'm super excited for that. So you'll be getting an initial consult, and our winners that have been going through here are going to be getting an initial consult with Vanessa too for fitness. So Monitor hormonal impact of monitor your movement by paying attention to the following. Sleep. Can you fall asleep and stay asleep? Energy. Are you tired or did the movement give you energy? Moods. Did the activity stress you or make you happy? Menstrual cycles. Is it regular or irregular? Is your exercise affecting it? Stressing out will change your cycle. Cravings. Did they go up after exercise or not? Hunger. Did you get hungrier after exercise? Bowel movements. Did you have a bowel movement after, or how is it affecting your bowel movement? So these are things, remember, we're the objective scientist, right? So when you're the objective scientist, you're going to go back and you're going to see how is movement affecting you. You're going to pay attention to all of this kind of stuff, okay? You're just going to notice, and you might want to even keep like a little diary where you just write down like what you did for exercise and how did you feel before, after, during, and even maybe a couple hours afterwards. So hormonal impact of movement. Post one type of movement you are going to work on or do that feels good for you to start doing. So we will make sure we put this in the Facebook group so you guys can comment on that. You guys can comment in our replay here that we've got going on. And just tell us what you are going to work on or do that feels good for you to start. And also even like with sleep, what are you going to be working on that's really going to help you with sleep? Maybe it's just going to bed by 10:30. I know a lot of people that just, they ignore their melatonin spike, which usually happens around between 7 and 9 at night. And when you ignore that first spike, when you get tired, then you have to wait 4 hours later for your melatonin to spike again for you to go to sleep. So then all of a sudden they can't go to sleep. So they got their second wind and they can't go to sleep until like midnight, 1 o'clock. Where if you learn to go to sleep when you first get that first spike of being tired, that melatonin kicking in, and you learn to go to sleep, then when the second melatonin level kicks in 4 hours later, it's there designed to keep you asleep. So when you start not listening to your body, you start throwing things and having issues. So if you can learn to just start being aware and paying attention to your body, that is going to help you have better restorative sleep. It's going to help you feel like you have more energy, help you feel less frustrated. Okay. So let's talk about pleasure. Pleasure is an essential ingredient that we must fill up on day after day if we are to feel balanced, nourished, and have anything to give. So why pleasure? Pleasure creates parasympathetic nervous system stimulation. Remember, we want to turn on the rest and digest system. We want to be able to digest our food, to relax, to be able to resume, where we spend too much time in sympathetic. It is time for parasympathetic to start taking over so that we can actually create a healthy body. Connecting, it allows connection. It gives love and the present moment. It gives happy brain chemistry. It creates love of life. It creates people living longer and healthier. Hormonal benefits of pleasure. It decreases TSH, which is your thyroid, which means your metabolism is increasing. It decreases insulin. It decreases cortisol. It increases oxytocin, our connecting hormone. It increases serotonin, our happy hormone, and it increases progesterone, our mamma mia hormone. All right. It builds oxytocin. So oxytocin, anything that brings you joy, a walk on the beach, petting your dog or cat, a hug, 7 seconds at least, okay? So when you hug, I know sometimes people hug and it will last a matter of 2 seconds. Try and get it to last 7 seconds. Kissing or cuddling or both. Words of encouragement, intimacy or touching or orgasm, meditation or prayer, gratitude, right? Things that you were grateful for, community, breastfeeding, all that kind of fun stuff helps build your oxytocin, increases it, which increases your pleasure. Pleasure is deliberate, not casual. Put it on your calendar. Remember, or maybe we haven't talked about it in here about scheduling things. Nope, we've done that in our other group. But anyways, put it on your calendar. Plan your pleasure, okay? Make it deliberate, not casual. She requires planning because it doesn't happen spontaneously or by default. As much as you want to think that, it just doesn't. So you might actually have to plan your pleasure. So dream big, work hard, make it happen. Stronger than yesterday. You are Look at, we're on day 4 and you are so much stronger than you were when you first started. Look how much more you know now. So healing takes time. It can take days, weeks, months, years for your healing to be complete. It takes time to go from a seed to a big tree. It takes time. You took your time to get this way. It's going to take time to heal. So just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, she became a butterfly. Again, one of my favorite sayings. And right now, we're getting in that cocoon. You are learning the processes of how to get healthy. You're figuring out your hidden stressors. You're figuring out where your healing opportunities are so that you can evolve and transform into a beautiful butterfly. Success is in the journey, not the destination. Champion warrior, arms up. Raise your arms up. We are champion warriors. Remember I talked yesterday about superwoman pose? So again, if you're out in somewhere and you just need to feel that instant, like feel good, that strong power connection to yourself, just stand up, put your hands on your hips and stand straight. Okay. That is superwoman. Just think of superwoman and her pose. So you choose you by being here. So I am so proud of you guys. This has been 4 days. It's been an intense 4 days, but it's been an amazing 4 days. So I'm just asking if it is okay if I share with you what your next step with us will be. All right. So the next step in your healing journey is a program that takes you, we have a program that takes you week by week on your journey to radiant energy, focus, and confidence so you can reclaim your dreams. So who here wants to gain energy, get a healthy body composition, and get their sexy back? Let's see some hands up for what you guys want. Some yeses, some happy dances. I know we had a lot of those when I posted this comment the other night. We had a lot of happy dances going the other night. So Rockyn Health Radiant Reboot. This is our next step for you guys. This is our next program that we have going. What it is it's going to be supported. You are supported. You're going to learn how to take charge of your health. You're going to figure out the root causes and healing opportunities for your hormone health. You're going to be held in a loving community with like-minded women and feel confident that you can reach all your health goals. So our program is designed to deep dive into your health. Everyone is unique and we treat you as a special and unique individual. We focus on healing from the inside out, giving you the tools to heal and manage your life. It is designed to make a lifestyle and habit transformation so you can be healthy, confident, and sexy for the rest of your life. This is a step-by-step reboot. You are supported for 16 weeks by us, by Dr. Raquel, myself, and Vanessa. We have a wonderful group of like-minded women in the private Facebook group, and we have regular group meetings that support you in your progress. And we have included a one-to-one initial consult with both Dr. Raquel and Vanessa. And this is 2 programs in one. We have a health and a fitness program in here. So what you get inside the Rockyn Hormone Reboot is 16 weeks of support, regular group meetings, 16-week fitness program, an initial consult with Dr. Raquel, an initial fitness health consult with Vanessa, recipes that support your hormone health at each stage of the program, a step-by-step program that will lead you to create energy, focus, confidence, and dreams. So this program is for you. If you are truly ready to heal, you want to take charge of your health, you understand what's going on with your body, you desire a more personalized approach to healing, you are committed to success, you're committed to yourself, you're committed to your life, you will show up and take action, you want to be connected with other powerful women like yourself, and you have attended and watched the reset, or we'll finish it, and we will make sure you get the replays. When you sign up for the program, you will get the replays for life too. We will make sure that you get those like in an email. So you just make sure you save those in a special spot for yourself. And then you'll always get to any part of our future free things that we have going on. You'll always get to be a part of that stuff. So the next step in your healing journey, is the Rockyn Hormone Radiant Reboot. We have 2 packages that you can choose, and people have been choosing right now the Silver Crown package. It's been a really popular one for the last day since I opened it up yesterday. We've had a lot of people signing up for the Silver Crown package. But we have a Bronze Crown package and the Silver Crown package. You know, we got our crowns, our Rockyn Queens, right? We're the queens, Rockyn Queen packages. So the bronze package is everything we just talked about. It's a 16-week group. It's getting access to us, the regular meetings, everything like that. Everything we have just gone over. It's a really wonderful program. It takes you week by week. You get the fitness, you get the health coaching, you get the initial consult with both Vanessa and I. You get tons of different things, and we got recipes and guides and planners and all different. There's just so much stuff in our program. And besides that, you have access to us plus a private Facebook group. And that is just for $1,600 for this group. Now, remember, this is like a special price for the people going through the reset. Normally, these prices are going to be closer to $4,000 for the packages and for this, but we're setting these prices up for you guys, for you in here as being a part of the reset. So the Silver Crown package has everything that the Bronze Crown package has. It's all that wonderful fun stuff. Plus, you're going to get individual one-to-one coaching sessions. So this is great for people who want to have group coaching, and it's also all the everything that's going on. But they also know they need a little bit more accountability. They know that they're going to need, and they would like to have an individual call. So they're going to get 2 calls a month, 1 call with me and 1 call with Vanessa each month and making that $2,600. So for a limited time through Monday, we have 50% off. So you just get to use the code 50 Rockyn Queen. Vanessa's going to be putting the links in the chat so that you guys can go in, and all you have to do is click on the link, put in the code. It's on the left-hand side. You put in the 50 Rockyn Queen. It takes it 50% off. You just go in and you put in your payment, or you can choose Affirm or Klarna. So what that means is they allow you, those are programs that allow you to pay now, but you get to create a payment plan for your future. So it might break your payment plan into, I don't know. I don't know if they go up to like 6 months or a year or however they break down, but those are kind of, I think that might be individualized how they do. I honestly don't know, but it lets you break up the pricing that way, and then it pays for it all at once. So there's multiple ways. If you need any assistance from us in figuring out how to do any of that, you let us know. We are here to chat. Whether if it's in the Facebook group, you can private message us. We are here to support you if you need any help. But we have seen that the Silver Crown package seems to be a winner this time. We have a lot of people wanting a little bit of the group, but they also really want that one-to-one time. They really want that extra little TLC and really deep dive into themselves. And I think that's a perfect combination, to be honest. I think that's one of the best combinations. That's where you're going to really see those healing opportunities and journey, and that really see those transformations happening over the next 16 weeks. And going back to here, this doesn't mean, so the 16 weeks starts when you start the program. So I know people were asking, like, is there a beginning date and ending date and things like that? No, the program starts when you sign into the program. Okay, and then you get 16 weeks. And if there's holidays in there, we add extra weeks in to accommodate for all the holidays or anything like that. So we have 2 holidays, so you get like an extra 2 weeks. So it's kind of like having 18 weeks in the program, because we have Thanksgiving and then we have Christmas coming up. So foundation for Rockyn Health. We believe there are core things that help you in balancing your hormones and autoimmune, giving you energy, confidence, and the ability to live your dreams. So again, we're going to focus on your mindset, your daily habits, movement and rest, digestion and detoxification, knowing your hidden stressors, and stress management relationships. We feel these are very, very important for part of your healing to create who you want to be. So the basis of this program is to start you on your transformation of becoming energetic, mindful, and confident. We want you radiating your inner beauty and accomplishing your goals and dreams. This is a great first start in your journey. So change is a process. Every journey needs a first step. And this is, remember, your first step. Remember to say yes. You're already choosing yes for yourself by being here. So just say yes to yourself and make a decision. Whatever decision you make it right. So Vanessa is going to take over from here. She's going to go over a couple of our testimonies of some of our current ladies who are in our program. You have to unmute yourself.
we had like an influx of people who just randomly came into the office to like talk about like different things. So I forgot that I muted myself. Anyways, so the first one is Jessica. So Jessica is a founding member of a Rockyn Reboot. She did all 4 days of a Rockyn Hormone reset with us over the summer, and was another one who was one of the first to sign up for
And I think
this
she was the
reboot.
winner of,
Stephanie was the winner.
yeah, but she was a winner of one of the days, of the 4 days.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. She totally was.
Mhm.
Her and Stephanie were like duking it out for the giveaway in the summer. So, and Stephanie, because we only attract amazing, beautiful women, actually even shared some of her winnings with Jessica because it was so close. So that was really impressive.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah, right. So Jessica has been on a really fantastic journey. Something that was really unique about her was that she had already started her health journey prior to coming to us. She knew bits and pieces of things, knew that gluten was something that she couldn't tolerate. So she had already taken gluten out of her diet, but she didn't understand like she didn't understand all of the various components to each one. So throughout the reboot, she said yes to herself and made a super serious promise to herself and remembered her why, which are her beautiful children that you see in the picture there. And she ended up releasing 16 pounds during the program. We're not sure about measurements because she didn't do measurements yet. She also dove in headfirst to running. She used to be a runner when she was a young adult and earlier on as a mother, and kind of fell off of it and never got back on. So she decided to do a fitness consult with me, and we created a plan that was unique for her, because she did feel that the walking program that is part of the Rockyn Reboot was not quite enough for her. So she reached out and we catered something a little bit different for her. So during this Rockyn Reboot, she completed her very first 5K that she got to race in since she was a young adult. And now she's all the way up to running 4 miles. And she will be one of the beautiful people who are coming with us to the Detroit Marathon next year in October. So she has just been doing really incredible and does a great job reaching out when she has questions or when she has something that she's thinking about in regards to the reboot. So we are very, very proud of this Rockyn Queen for sure. Got the next
Nice,
one.
remember, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah. All
I'm like, oh wait,
right.
it's me has to move.
Yeah. I almost tried hitting my screen too. If you saw me like go, and I was like, oh wait, not me. Okay, so our next Rockyn Reboot founding member is Morgan. So Morgan came to us with a little bit different of a need, but she also went through the reset program with us. She had been really interested in talking to Dr. Raquel for quite some time about alternative ways to seek what she was trying to gain. I won't go into too much detail about specifically what she needed, just in case that's something that she wants to be kept private. But some of the really amazing things that Morgan gained was a lot of knowledge when it comes to like mindfulness, positivity in her everyday life. She really transformed the way that she was eating, and she learned about consistency in her fitness routine. One of the most significant things for Morgan throughout the reboot that stood out to us the most is that for the first time in, I don't know how long, if it was months or years, she was able to go into the doctor's office, get her thyroid tested, and it hadn't deviated from the prior test. And that was something that she was not able to experience prior to the reboot. So you can tell that just by the things that she did to change her everyday life with the positivity, the foods that she was consuming, she was a rock star with the detox. Our detox portion of the Reboot, she did everything that we told her to do. She was doing the skin brushing. She was like, keeping things with her to make sure that she was taking the sweat off of her so that the toxins weren't, absorbing back into her body. She did all of the things. So the testimony from Jessica and her, one of the biggest things is that we always say that if you follow the program, if you believe in yourself and you believe in what you have invested in yourself, you will be successful in this program. We can absolutely attest that if you follow it, you're going to transform your life. And this is a program that you won't go back from, right? You've learned so much, you've educated yourself so much that all of the steps that you take for the future is going to be a lifestyle transformation versus a fad that, you know, we have all been there, done that. We've done all those diet fads, we've done all of those new year, new me kind of things. This isn't it. This is truly something that will change you from the inside out. I think we just have 2 testimonies for the day. Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. This was an amazing time. And Stephanie, I'm grateful for the confidence and tools I've gained by joining Rockyn Health. Ladies, remember, you are worth it. Oh, thank you, Steph. I'm so happy. You have transformed so wonderful in this program. Thank you for being here and being a part of it. And thank you for taking action on your body and taking action with your life. I mean, that's huge. When we step up and take charge of our life, that's when you see things change. You have to choose to do it. Okay. You have to draw that line in the sand, step over it and say, I choose me. Today is my day. Today is my turn. It is my turn for my health. As women, we put that off so much. It's always about everybody else. It's always like, oh, well, when the kids are this, or when this happens, this, I'll do this. When this happens, I'll do this. You guys, if you don't take care of yourself today, the rest of it isn't going to happen. What would happen if you didn't take care of yourself? What would happen to your life? What would happen if you didn't get healthier? What would life be like? And then think about, what if everything changed? What if you got your health back, your confidence, your energy, your body back? What would life be like? What would you do? What would you do? What would it be? How can you show up better for yourself and your family? Anyways, thank you so much for being here. And we have enjoyed every minute. And we are always here in the group to help you. And we have the links in the Facebook group, and I will get an email out with some links too. If you have any questions, please let us know. And the replays will be up through Thanksgiving weekend. However, the 50% off is going through this coming Monday. So if you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.
Bye, ladies.